Hello everyone, this is Jasmine, aka Gladiatorinsweats, and I'm here with your daily energy reading for Thursday, June 28th, 2018. So happy Thursday. I want to say hello to all the new subscribers as well as the welcoming ones as well. And I'm hoping this reaches you very well. So let's just get into the cards today. For the collective energy read, I have the Ten of Wands supported by the Two of Wands, with guidance being Six of Cups in reverse, supported by the Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck is Seven of Wands in reverse, and also pulled an Oracle card just for extra confirmation and affirmation. So I'll just move that to the side for now. So to speak on this Ten of Wands with the Two of Swords energy. This card has been coming up a lot, the Two of Swords. And so this Ten of Wands, I'm actually seeing this as the Leo energy getting bigger and bigger and bigger as far as all of the planetary aspects and all of the planets that are sitting in this energy. So we have, I believe as of now, Mercury might have moved into Leo already, but either way, Mercury shifts into Leo today. So then we have several planets. I believe we have Venus and Mercury, and I guess technically that's it, but then we also have the North Node, and I feel like these three together, well, two of them being actual like bodies of energy, one of them being more of a point or a more quote-unquote imaginary spot, but these are also both very personal planets, and they both travel very fast. So these are very, just the way that we felt the Mars retrograde, or we will be feeling this Mars retrograde as it kind of goes more internal, and we're having to really pay attention to the way we assert ourselves, whether we assert ourselves well, whether we assert ourselves too much or not enough, all of that kind of stuff. And so I feel this is all very personal. We're all feeling very, very personally touched as far as like in our own individual lives, I feel, by this energy. I mean, we do have several planets as far as like aside from Jupiter being retrograde, we have Saturn retrograde. We have a bunch of planets outside of like the personal planets that have gone retrograde as well. And so it's very much on a collective as well as a personal level, where I feel we're all just feeling, I don't want to say burdened, because in general this card can be, an overwhelm and a struggle, having too much on your plate. But what I'm really seeing this as, aside from just that, and feeling like you need to make a choice to really even out how you're carrying these burdens. But I'm also just seeing this as us also gaining more and more of the fire and the heart of the lion to be able to make the choice, to be able to go ahead and move forward in whatever path it is that we've been feeling like we want to move, but we've just been too emotionally tied to the past, I feel. Going in on this Six of Cups with the Eight of Cups, I also am seeing this as the Sun and the Jupiter trine. So right now we have Sun in Cancer, which is currently trining Jupiter in Scorpio. So there's this very synergetic aspect here where there's finding deeper meaning in our emotional connections and the way that we do want to be able to like reach out and connect with other people. That is that, the Cancer wanting to be able to emotionally connect and reach out to others, to be able to, nurture ourselves as well as others and build that kind of, build those kind of connections. And so with this Six of Cups, I actually am seeing this as us looking at our current and or past connections and relationships and looking deeper at those, looking at the truth and like the truth behind a lot of our friendships or connections, maybe releasing ones that don't resonate with us, or just we're not on the same path anymore, or where maybe some people not everyone, most everyone is not meant to be in our lives forever. And so maybe we're also just learning, okay, certain relationships played their part and now we're having to release them. But this could also be because you're releasing certain relationships or certain connections or certain bonds to things. You're able to allow even deeper, more soul affirming and more deeper connection, I feel, with other people, to make room for these much more soulful connections, not very 3D based, where you're maybe reaching more through the heart. And just speaking a little bit on the bottom of the deck, as I love to do. Oh, okay. So underneath the first 3 cards, we do have the Tower, which was also, if you do check out the Mars retrograde video, I mean, of course, this card was in the spread because it is, the Mars card. But a few of these cards were up in the reading. We had this Wheel of Fortune. I believe we had the Two of Cups. I can't even remember some of the other ones. I believe Justice actually flew out when I was doing that reading. And so I'm just seeing all of this being connected, of this Mars retrograde really having been this kind of time out, and not just a time out for us, but I also feel like it's also on a macro scale. Things are starting to kind of fall away, that are no longer stable or of quality to be able to continue with us on this new path, or on this new, in this transitional period. Even with the cards, we have the Wheel of Fortune underneath the Seven of Wands in reverse, as well as Justice in reverse. So altogether, I am seeing this as us really trying to defend our own self, really, and not just our own self, but defending and standing up for ourselves, as these very fated times do shift things, not necessarily just into balance, but I feel like there has been this imbalance, and now through divine timing, all of these energies are rebalancing. And that was kind of the message that came through just several times throughout the past month. Even with this being upside down, I'm just seeing this as more of, as we are starting to not just integrate, but we're starting to be on the same page within like mind, body, and soul. There is a need of balance. Right now, there's a feeling of imbalance in the way that I'm seeing like the sun and the feather. Maybe there's an overbalance of the sun because of this Ten of Wands. And there's needing to be a balance with like the spirit, with our intuition, with God's light, with when I think of feathers, I think of like I think of the crown chakra. I think of illumination. I think of enlightenment. Even with the card, the oracle card, the pure white dragon from Orion. Again, another air sign, quote unquote, kind of energy. This, I believe, refers to like the Gemini constellation. This card came up during Gemini season, I think during some of the weekly forecasts as well. It says, transforms your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom. Process what you know, act with truth and honesty, and let your wings of light grow and expand. So I'm seeing this definitely in relation to like this Eight of Cups with the Six of Cups in reverse. I mean, with the whole spread, honestly. But the part, especially about processing what you know, I feel like that's especially what's being mentioned with this Eight of Cups and even the Two of Swords, of really spending the time to kind of meditate on it, to kind of seek deeper, and not just go with how it looks or how things may appear, or even being very quote-unquote logical. I mean, I feel like this is about logic, about, using your intellect as well as your intuition, and acting with truth and honesty. So acting in your own truth, being truthful, being honest. That's also the kind of thing that I'm thinking of when I see this Two of Swords. I feel oftentimes people end up in this Two of Swords energy, or they feel stuck in the Two of Swords energy because they're thinking so much about what everyone thinks or what everyone else is going to feel about it and this, that, and the other. And it's not meant to be like no one else matters, but it's acting in your own truth and honesty. What is it that you really feel about it? What is it that you honestly feel about it? If you didn't have to worry about social courtesies or things like, needing to maintain a certain level of nicety with people, even if you don't really care about them. I mean, there's a level of respect, but then there's a certain point where, like, you don't have to interact with people if they don't vibe with you or they make you feel weird. You don't have to maintain connection with anyone or anything that makes you feel oh so uncomfortable, whether they're blood or not. And letting your wings of light grow and expand. And what that even makes me think of is like birds in a nest, and us feeling able to fly, and not just fly on our own, but it's like needing to be able to go on our own journey. That's kind of what I think of when I think of letting our wings grow and expand. What reason do you need your wings to grow and expand for? So that you're able to fly, so that you're able to go the distance, go where you need to go, to allow you to travel, to allow you to go to and fro or whatever, to be able to go into the unknown. So yeah, altogether, I just am seeing this as us really leaning in to making this choice that we know we've had to make. Even, I feel like as of, not even just as of yesterday, but especially with this full moon in Capricorn, which can feel very serious. And not just that, but I feel with all of this energy in the past couple weeks, it's been made at least somewhat apparent to, I feel, most of us, about the decisions we do need to make, about not just the decisions, but the changes that we need to make. So I'm just going to end it there. Thank you so much for listening, watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, all of that great stuff. I am so appreciative, and I just hope that you feel my love as I feel yours. So feel free to check out the previous daily forecast, or daily energy readings, do check out the weekly tarot forecast as well as my Mars retrograde video. I'll put those at the end of the video as well as in the description box, but do check those out. I do think you'll be able to find quite a bit of insight, or just some bits of info about the current transits or about the energy, because it's not face value, it's not very realistic or anything that even makes sense. It's all just very magical, and so it can be kind of strange for those maybe that are more like earth sign, where it's like, okay, this is not practical, but do check out those videos. I have more coming on the way, so stay tuned for those. But other than that, I believe that's it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm sending you all my love, wishing you many, many blessings. And I hope you guys are rounding off the end of the week pretty decently. So until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.